Before we get started though, 3 quick things I just want to mention. Firstly, there were a lot of duplicate questions, and like I said before, that's perfectly fine. How it's going to be dealt with is very simple. The very first one that asks the question will be the one that will appear on screen. Secondly, I noticed that some particular questions that people asked were based off particular subjects that I had mentioned in previous subscriber milestones, such as how I discovered TF2 and if I have any pets. So instead of me giving you very brief answers, I just want to mention that if you ask those questions in particular, you're more than welcome to check out those past milestone videos to give you a more detailed answer to your question. And thirdly, I just want to point out a very huge thank you to everyone who also suggested certain video games to play. As unfortunate it is for me to say this, I actually have not played a single game that people actually mentioned in the comment section. And yes, I am well aware that some of the games mentioned were pretty popular, but no, I haven't played either one of them. However, what I have decided to do is actually note down the games in particular, because I may actually play them on my second channel, Matias Plays. But until then, it's now time to answer all the questions that I believe would be the best ones to answer. Are you planning on making more parody covers? Yes. Absolutely yes. The reason why I haven't been making any more of these parody covers is because with the existing ones that I have done, I've been working on a very big project in relation with them, and until that's done, I won't be able to make any more parody covers. But when you realize what the project is when it's finished, you'll understand exactly why I needed to make that before more parody songs. What made you start on YouTube? Are they videos your work is based on? I kind of briefly talked about this back on a depressing time of my life, but to kind of summarize with YouTube in a nutshell, the main reason why I joined the platform was simply because back in high school I was a huge fan of Crash Bandicoot, but people used to bully me because I liked Crash Bandicoot, and so it was just a place to see if I can find friends who liked the same stuff that I did. One of the first videos I made was literally a music video featuring 2 Crash Bandicoot videos, and the next day after I uploaded that, I got a comment that said like, "Great work, 5 out of 5 stars, you know, back in the old days of YouTube." And from that positive comment I said, you know what? I'm gonna stick around this website and see what happens. What's your biggest fear? I think the biggest fear for me is having to live a life that you do not enjoy living in, where you're stuck doing something that you do not want to do. However, I'm very happy to announce that I don't have to worry about this, because in relation with what I'm doing now on YouTube and what I'm doing outside from YouTube, I'm doing everything I've ever wanted, so I'm glad that I don't have to worry about this. What's your favorite class to play? Medic always is enjoyable, but I'm gonna have to go with Soldier. I'm finding myself really enjoying playing the Soldier more than the Medic. But I think it just depends. If I can heal a really good player as the Medic, you can have a lot of fun with that character. What's your favorite mod for TF2 and why? Melon Spy. It is the most beautiful looking mod I have ever seen in my entire lifetime. What's your opinion on anime? I guess recently I don't tend to watch that much anime. The way it works for me is the show has to appeal to me in wanting for me to watch it. Like, when I was growing up as a kid, TV had Pokemon, Digimon, Beyblades, Yu-Gi-Oh! So technically I grew up watching anime, but in the terms of an adult, the only anime that I legitimately wanted to watch was One Punch Man, the first season. I think the only anime that I've been wanting to check out is Gungrave. I ended up being introduced to the video game Gungrave Overdose, and it turns out that Gungrave had an anime, and so I've really wanted to have a go at it and see if it's just as good as the video game. What is the best YouTuber for you? If we're going for the ones that are still making content to this day, I'm gonna go with Radal. He's someone that's making GTA mod videos, and these videos are just incredibly well edited, like beautiful. Everything about these videos are just amazing, and if you have not discovered his channel, I highly recommend it. You're gonna have a lot of fun with them. Are there any games you consider to be hidden gems? Yes, but there's only one that I can think of. And ironically speaking, it's called 1. This is a game for the PlayStation 1 that I got one day for my birthday. It's a game that very rarely a lot of people know, but I never expected that a game like this would be something I would really love replaying again and again in my entire lifetime. What/how do you come up with the ideas in your videos? Well, in the terms of you yourself wanting to do YouTube as a hobby, my main word of advice to you is simply make the ones that you legitimately have a passion for. Like, if you want to play games, play the games that you enjoy playing, right? If you like playing TF2 or Minecraft or Fortnite or Overwatch, whatever, you play those games. Because if you do something that you legitimately love to play, you'll want to keep making more of it. If you just jump on what people are playing on the trending tab, you're going to lose interest very easily and you are going to be bored. How did you get your name? My name is based off 3 particular entities, and this was a name I made back when I was really getting invested with TF2. Medi comes from the Medic, which is my favorite character in the game. Excalibur, believe it or not, is actually based off the Ubersaw, because when I was originally creating my OC, I pictured it as like, oh, the Medic has a sword, you know, Excalibur, and that Excalibur is meant to be the Ubersaw. 2012, believe it or not, is actually based off the very first Medi Excalibur YouTube channel. It was literally just called Medi Excalibur. However, due to one of the third-party claims I had on that channel resulting in a copyright strike, I said to myself, I don't want to wait 6 months to wait for this to expire, so I just made a brand new channel and stuck 2012 at the end of that name to pretty much show respect to the channel that never made it. Do you think the heavy update will release, or did Val just forget about TF2? I don't think Val is forgotten about TF2 because I think they are very well aware of the large amount of people that are still playing the game regardless of updates, and I think their main priority now is just focusing on the Half-Life game, but I think the one thing that people do want though is just better communication between the company and the community. I think if Val is willing to be just as vocal as they are with Dota and Counter-Strike on social media platforms and on the website itself, I think people will be less stressed out in the terms of wondering when an update will drop or not. What's your favorite game outside of TF2 and what makes you like it? Okay, I've got a whole bunch of games from this. Crash Bandicoot, Spyro the Dragon, GTA 4, Guitar Hero 2, the Sly Cooper games, might as well mention Gungrave Overdose again. Basically, in a nutshell, I've always been a big fan of these particular games in general. Each of them really do stand out for me, and I just love being able to replay these just time and time again. If you can get rid of a TF2 update that happened in the past, what update would it be? The one that made it that the only casual servers you could play on were Val servers. The moment that update happened, so many community servers had to be shut down because they were losing players and they didn't have the financial support for those servers to remain active. Like, the community servers now is very stagnated at this point because only very few of them have been able to be active. Do you have a plan to play more indie games? In relation with both of my channels, here's how it's going to be approached. If I can reference or make the video in relation with TF2, the video will appear on the main channel. However, if it's an indie game that I do have an interest of wanting to keep playing, it'll be on the second channel. Have you ever thought of leaving YouTube before? There's never been any decision I've ever made of wanting to leave YouTube. I have always enjoyed making videos on this website, and now that I have the opportunity to kind of make any content I want with my second channel, there's literally no reason for me to leave YouTube. What would you like in a new Man vs. Machine update? More Australian weapons. I think that's the only thing people want in Man vs. Machine. No one wants these bot killer weapons because they look nothing more than mechanical testicles. Just give us new Australian weapons, or even just give new war skins that you can only get through Man vs. Machine. I guarantee you everyone would want a new weapon like that. Everyone would. What do you think of pyromanes? It's a very mixed perception. If the pyromane is very skilled, you're impressed. If they're not particularly skilled and they're just using the flog, I say fuck them. Can you speak other languages except Australian and English? No. English is the only language that I know how to speak. What was your favorite cartoon as a kid? Ed, Ed, and Eddie. I was very fortunate enough to be able to have watched this show as a kid because I feel if I discovered this as an adult, it wouldn't impact me the same way. But watching this as a kid was just unbelievably hilarious. The only seasons I saw were season 1 to 4. Would you rather be Jeremy Clarkson or James May? I would much rather be the Stig. Are you going to do FaceTime again? In relation with FaceTime, if you're referring to making videos with my face, the answer is yes. However, I do not have an efficient video recording device, so until I get myself a good video camera, I'm gonna put it on the side for now, because I want to make sure that the quality is good and not, pixelated. What's your favorite scene in the BBC TV show Bottom? And I have to mention that because Bottom is not what you think it is, but is in fact a show that was based in the UK. And I also do highly recommend this show. If you are a big fan of slapstick humor, this show is definitely something that you should check out. But in the terms of my favorite scene, I'm gonna have to go with the live show of the section when Rick Mayhill actually forgot his lines and they spent like 12 minutes trying to get back to where they were in the script. I know it sounds weird, but the first time I saw this, I was laughing so goddamn hard I had to pause the actual thing. It was just incredible. And the live show was the first thing I ever saw in relation with this show, and it was because of that live show I wanted to watch more. How did you get into animation? 3 things: Crash Bandicoot, Family Guy, and Microsoft Paint. I'm not joking. These Crash Bandicoot animations with Family Guy audio was the very first thing I ever animated in the entirety of my life on the computer. And it was just watching these animations come to life, despite of how basic they were, got me into wanting to do a lot more animation. And by the way, these videos exist on this channel. There is a whole playlist of these videos that I made way before this channel was even created. I remember seeing Matias Caliber during the credits of an SMG4 video. Are you a part of Glitch Productions? Yes, that is true. The other thing I also do is video editing for the Hobo Bros YouTube channel. And can I just say, it is fucking amazing to be a part of it. What gave you the idea of your TF2 Sona? I really liked the Archimedes cosmetic, and I said to myself, well, I want to make it look like a dove as much as possible. Are you a furry? I don't know how many people are going to leave after this, but yes. The answer is yes. But in the terms of this, I want to mention this. I'm a furry that doesn't have a persona. I don't have any fucking design of this whatsoever. So I guess in the terms of a furry, I would consider myself to be a beginner. But you know what, fuck it, I say if anyone's gonna take my medic and turn that into a persona, I say go fucking right ahead. You're gonna be helping me a lot more than you think you are. Did you ever think that you were going to hit a milestone this big? I don't think anyone out there that has already established a place outside of YouTube ever believes that they're going to hit the big milestones that you can on YouTube. Like, we all start this thinking, oh, maybe this isn't gonna work out. And then we get proven otherwise so very quickly. And it won't be long now till I'll get like 100,000 subscribers. And to this very day, it's still unbelievable to say those words because I never thought I would get it so soon. Where does your accent come from? The Mediterranean region of Europe. However, a lot of people think I sound American. And one person once said I sounded Canadian. Actually, you know what? I don't even think I even fucking know the answer myself. How much do you go on casual servers and how many times do you get recognized? The only TF2 videos I'm making now are with mods, and they only work on community servers, so in the terms of casual servers, I don't actually play them at all. And in the terms of getting recognized, well, I say it depends on the server that you join. Where did you brought the mask from your face reveal video? I brought it from Etsy. However, the post of where you can buy one has been removed, which means if my one breaks, I'll never be able to buy another one ever again. If you could have any career in your life, what would it be and why? Creating YouTube videos on both of my channels. That has been a career that I have been wanting to do for the last 8 years. And I have kept working hard towards making that dream come true. What is your most hated character in general? Kevin, fuck this fucking shovel chin bastard. What is your favorite Crash Bandicoot game? Crash Bandicoot Warped. I have a lot of good memories with this video game younger, and it's been the one that's appealed to me the most. Are you still making big plans for your channel? Yes, absolutely. There have been a lot of projects in the back of my head that I would love to make on my channels. The only problem is time efficient. I have to try to make these projects in the available time that I have available, and unfortunately, that isn't much. What do you think about the new Pokemon Sword and Shield? I enjoyed my time playing the game, and I enjoyed my time actually completing the Pokédex. I think the only thing I do want to mention though, is that the game is fucking the easiest it's ever been for Pokemon. At every given second, they are holding your hand, and in some cases of like the EXP candies, I can understand what they were going for, but having like Hop heal your Pokemon every second, every trainer you verse, he heals your Pokemon, even when you don't need it. It's stuff like that that just makes it go, are they expecting people have no idea how to play Pokemon anymore? Like, I'm not saying go back to the days of Pokemon Red where everything is so difficult, but at least if you're gonna have something like, if you're gonna handhold your audience, at least have some type of a difficulty option, where all the new players can have an easy experience and all the veteran players can have a difficult experience. That's what they did in Pokemon Black and White too, but that's the only time I've ever seen that been done. How do you find the motivation to work on videos? Hi Mittens. In terms of motivation, there has to be a purpose behind why do you want to make that video. And the reason behind this is always going to differ. Like for example, some people find motivation because they're working for the goal of turning YouTube into a job, because it's something that they enjoy doing as a hobby. And others particularly find motivation knowing at how positively their audience will react when they get that video. What's your top 3 favorite Pokemon and why? Feraligatr, Gardevoir, Chandelure. Why? Because all the other Pokemon look like shit. But in all for honesty, the reason that my top 3 favorite Pokemon is because they're not a Pikachu and a Charizard. Fuck these two. Out of all the games you played, which has your favorite OST? The PlayStation games of Spyro the Dragon, each of the 3. Do you see Matias Caliber as part of your characters? If so, when you talk to fans, do you do it as you or Medi? I can understand what you mean by this question, but no. There is no character called Matias Caliber. Matias Caliber is just the name I use online. The only character that I technically have is Mr. Chaotic, which is obviously a fictional character, but no. Matias Caliber is just my online name. That's all it is. When you started playing, who did you pick first? Okay, a lot of people think Medic. Well, that's actually wrong. When I first played TF2, I wanted to be a scout main. I literally played Dust Bowl as the scout, and then I lost the round because I realized that scout playing it for the first time was shit. And then I found myself having a big interest with wanting to play the medic because I found myself really enjoying healing other characters, and I went, alright, you know what? I would much prefer play a medic than the scout. Do you see yourself in the big TF2 YouTuber scene with Soundsmith and Uncle Dane, or in a lower group? Soundsmith and Uncle Dane have got like 500,000 subs. I am fucking nowhere close to the level that they have reached with themselves on YouTube. I would consider myself to be on the same level as Pyro Joe, pretty much. Simply because he's just a little bit over 100,000 subs, and I'm nearly at 100,000 subs, so that's pretty much where I would be right now. Will you be willing to make an SFM tutorial? No. There are tons of SFM tutorials already online, and everything that people have made already is better articulated on what to do than whatever I could ever create. That's how I learned it, and if I can learn from those videos, then anyone else can as well. If you have Smash Ultimate, who are your mains? I don't have Smash Ultimate, however, I do have the Smash Bros game on 3DS. And in the terms of my main, I only have 2, Yoshi and Greninja. What's your favorite song of all time? There is 2 songs that I have. Elephant Bones by That Handsome Devil, and Ollie Murs' Dance With Me Tonight. Are you planning doing a remake some of your oldest videos from the very late 2012 to 2014 only in SFM? Not really, no. The only one I've ever remade is My Friend, but that was for the Saxy Awards. And in the terms of the Gmod videos, no, I'm just gonna let them remain as Gmod videos. What were your biggest inspirations back when you made Gmod animations? 3 YouTubers, Rubber Fruit, Dr. Face, and Jetin. How many mods have you downloaded in total over your whole TF2 experience? Too many. Will you do other subreddits that are not related to TF2? At this point, maybe, but I don't even think I'll be going back to Reddit as I would like to branch to other social media pages. Is Som the best Pokemon? Yes, but its shiny variant looks like it's covered in piss. Can I have the bucket? No, you can't, it's my bucket. What is your favorite Pokemon region? This is a really fucking difficult question, but I'm gonna have to go for Johto because childhood memories. Pokemon Go was my first game, and I can't think of any other region I would love to be than that one. What is the airspeed velocity of an unladen swallow? Are you talking about an African or a European swallow? What's your favorite characters from Transformers franchise? Not a fucking clue, but I'm just gonna have to go with Optimus Prime because it's the only one I can think of. Are you a minion guy or an emoji guy? No. Your favorite color? Red. Are you planning to get a Nintendo Switch capture card to record wait, what? I've already got a Nintendo Switch capture card. I literally uploaded a Pokemon Sword video on this channel. I've been playing the game consistently on my second channel. Why do you like Turbine so much? Because it's not Hightower. Can you answer this question? No. Favorite breed of dog? The hot dog. Is mayonnaise an instrument? Yes. Yes it is. Fuck you, Squidward. Does this give me an excuse to drink? The only thing that you should be drinking is water, my friend. How are your cats doing? They are doing very well indeed, and they are still very cute and very adorable. What are your ideas for future milestones? With future milestones on this channel, it's going to be full numbers. 100,000, 200,000, 300,000, and then etc, etc, etc. And obviously, with big milestones like them going to be coming up in the future, I actually have no ideas of what I'm going to do. I do have the 100k milestone ready. I know exactly what I want to do for that video. But as for the other ones, I have no idea at the moment. And there we go, ladies and gentlemen. And before this video ends, there are 2 things I just want to say. First things first, thank you to all those who posted your questions in the Q&A video itself. And of course, thank you all once again for helping this channel reach over 90,000 subscribers. We haven't got long till we reach 100,000 subs, and I guarantee you that as long as things go great, we will be able to accomplish this year. Pyro Joe won't be the only one that will get in 100,000 subs, I guarantee you. But until then, thank you all for watching this 90,000 subscriber milestone video, and I'll see you in the future videos on this channel, including the 100,000 sub special. Bye everyone.